Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and I have some big news because I got a sneak peek from Blizzard of the upcoming balance changes. The balance changes could be coming up as soon as tomorrow. We don't have exact information yet. The official blog post is going to go live once the balance changes are live, so they're coming any day now. And there's a whole bunch of them, so let's take a look at what's coming to Rumble. Blood Mage Talnos, the Drain Life talent has been changed to Drain Soul. Drain Soul, killing an enemy reduces the cost of the next spell you play by 1, with a cooldown of 12 seconds. The previous Drain Life talent has been added to Talnos' base attack, granting all of his attacks lifesteal. Lifesteal gain has been reduced to 8% from 10%. The lifesteal was never really good, but now it's baseline ability, so that's awesome. And getting discounts on your spells every 12 seconds when you have Talnos on the board, that's gonna be huge. Spell was required to trigger the dominance talent has been reduced to 3 from 4, so alright, Talnos looks better than ever. Then there's Onu. Onu has already gotten some quite significant buffs with the cleave attack and all those things like that. And now gold cost has been reduced to 5 from 6, so Onu is also looking pretty sweet. And then, of course, nerfs coming to Arthas, as everyone expected. Arthas Minatil, the duration of the Purgatory talent has been reduced to 3 seconds from 5 seconds, okay. And cooldown for resummoning Undead Footmen has been increased to every 13 seconds from every 10 seconds, increased by 30%. So Purgatory talent was really useful, well, it's used in PvP, and then it's really useful against Onyxia as well. 3 seconds instead of 5 seconds, maybe need a little bit more levels on Arthas, but it should still be doable. There are plenty more of these. Treants, healing from the composting talent has been increased to 90 from 60, and now also applies a heal over time. The heal over time will heal for 60 over 6 seconds, so every time a Treant dies, that's going to heal for 150. And that's actually pretty good. So, but are Treants still, is there any way they can still be worthwhile? I'm not sure, but that is some considerable healing now. Vultures on the vultures are going to be so sweet. The number of vultures spawned when vulture is played has been increased to 3 from 2, so okay, 3 initial ones. The number of vultures spawned when a vulture kills an enemy has increased to 2 from 1, so you're just going to get so many vultures. That's going to be sweet. There's also Huntress nerf. Huntress isn't really that sort of in-demand mini nowadays, but Huntress health reduced to 350 from 400. It's a bit of a surprise, I think. Then you have more buffs to Warzone Grunts. Blood Pack talent now also heals the living mini to full. Might actually make it useful because previously often like one grunt dies and the other one is almost dead already, so it doesn't do much. But now that it heals and gains bloodlust, okay, that's sweet. Fixed an issue that would cause Blood Pack to be inconsistent. Then a nerf to Living Bomb. Damage taken by bosses from Living Bomb's explosion has been reduced to 50% from 100%. I guess Blizzard didn't like that the Mythic Arthas missions were solved. Hey, you managed to beat bosses, so we're going to take away your tools. That has been the Rumble team's general approach usually, so okay. Luckily, Living Bomb isn't used very much otherwise, and especially the uses that it has currently, like the uses in Heroic Ironforge, for example, those are not against bosses themselves. They are against all the other minis, so that's still going to be fine. The delay before Living Bomb explodes has been increased to 5 seconds from 3 seconds. It's actually 2 seconds right now on live, so I don't know what that 5 seconds is going to be. Well, we'll figure out once we get to see the patch files themselves, but okay, longer delay anyway. Angry Chickens damage has been increased to 50 from 40. Angry Chickens were already one of the highest DPS minis in the game, and sweet mini in certain PvP encounters, and that huge damage buff. Angry Chickens are going to deal so much damage now. Then Moonkin buffs. The Vengeance talent now grants a damage increase for 5 seconds to being attacked instead of a speed increase. I think the speed, there's something wrong with the speed things with Moonkin, I think, because it has those two abilities. Well, I might look into that a little bit more detailed later, but okay, that's good. Vengeance talent now actually does something. Typhoon talent has been updated to include a daze, and now also trigger at 50% health and on death. So Typhoon on deploy at 50% health and on death, knockback and daze nearby enemies. Typhoon's radius has been increased to 9 from 7, and the Moonglow talent no longer requires spells to be played immediately after Moonkin in order to gain 2 levels. So that means that you can combine like Jaina, Moonkin, then Eclipse with the with the bonus levels. Yeah, you can get quite a few levels if you really want to, maybe, if those all stack properly. But wow. And Swole Troll nerfs. Swole Troll health has been reduced to 2600 from 2900, so another health nerf for Swole Troll. Swole Troll's turn speed has been increased to help prevent him from blocking lanes. Alright. And one more set of these. Headless Horseman gold cost has been reduced to 4 from 5. Then Dryad, that's actually pretty good, that Headless Horseman, right? So it's going to be a fairly strong mini. Dryad, the Nature Swiftness talent now doubles the target's speed instead of bringing them up to a specific speed. Nature Swiftness will still exclude fast minis. So it depends on the target. It used to set them to movement speed 4. Swole Troll, for example, has movement speed of 1.5. So when it's doubled, it's only going to go to 3. But there might be some other minis that are going to go above 4. So maybe there will be some other uses. But the big slow tanks that you typically wanted to buff with that, they now only go to 3 from 1.5. Then Earth and Moon increased the number of poison stacks applied by Entangling Roots to 3 from 2. I still don't think Entangling Roots is very useful. Increase the damage per star tick of Starfall to 65 from 60. And increase the damage of Starfall to Barracks to 32 from 30. This change brings the damage up to align with the increased damage per star tick, while following the spells do have damage to Barracks rule. Okay, that damage increase to Starfall. Starfall is going to be so good in longer encounters because it deals so much damage. And Smoke Bomb, the duration of Smoke Bomb has been increased by approximately 50%. Strangers in the Night talent has been replaced with the Ambush talent. Well, Stranger in the Night was the really weird one where everyone got stealth and then no one sees anyone and whatever even happens with that. But now it's Ambush. At one time, ambush damage to targets. Ambush adds a 50% bonus to damage on the first strike. Goblin Zapper and Banshee will not be affected by ambush. Okay, that's potentially actually quite strong. So a whole bunch of some nerfs coming to the game. And then one sad piece of news. Heroic Molten Core. Heroic Molten Core has been delayed. It was supposed to come out next week, so in 1 week, and I've been doing a lot of work preparing for that. But apparently the team wants more time for testing, and the earliest possible date for Heroic Molten Core is now June 4th, because next cycle of Molten Core, that's going to last 2 weeks, and there's going to be 2 weeks of Siege of Stormwind, and only then is there going to be another Molten Core, so delayed by at least 4 weeks. To be specific, Blizzard didn't even promise that it's coming on June 4th. They said the earliest possible date is June 4th, but that is a major bummer. We have very little to look forward to now. I mean, okay, those balance changes are nice. We get something new to play with in a sense, but yeah, that's tough news. Anyway, I want to bring you the scoop as soon as possible. So that's what I got. An early sneak peek from Blizzard, and then we're just waiting for the balance patch. It can come any day, and then a long wait for the Heroic Molten Core. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.